Welcome to our English Learning Channel. Do you want to improve your English listening skills? Look no further. We're here to help you. Are you ready to dive into a world full of adventures and mysteries? Join us in this exciting series of stories that will take you on an unforgettable journey. Get ready to train your ears to English in a fun and exciting way and discover a new world of phrases and vocabulary. Let's go.
Sherlock Holmes and the Mystery of the Blue Sapphire. On a foggy London morning, Sherlock Holmes sat by his window at 221B Baker Street, pipe in hand, eyes half closed as if lost in thought. But I, Dr. Watson, knew better. Holmes was always thinking, analysing, waiting for the next mystery to unfold. Suddenly, a sharp knock on the door shattered the quiet, followed by the swift entrance of a messenger bearing an urgent letter. Holmes read it quickly, his expression shifting from mild curiosity to intense interest. "It seems, Watson, we are about to embark on an adventure worthy of your pen. Ready yourself." The letter was from Lord Henry, one of the wealthiest nobles in London, whose prized possession, the legendary Blue Sapphire, had been stolen from his estate. The theft was peculiar, as there were no signs of forced entry, and only Lord Henry possessed the key to the room where the gem was kept. When we arrived at Lord Henry's grand estate, he was beside himself with anxiety. "Mr. Holmes," he began, "this gem is not merely valuable. It is a symbol of my family's legacy. You must find it." Holmes, ever the meticulous detective, began his examination of the scene. There was no sign of a break-in, no windows ajar, and the key to the room remained in Lord Henry's possession. It was a mystery wrapped in an enigma. "Do you suspect an inside job, Holmes?" I asked. "Not quite, Watson. The simplest explanation may not always be the correct one. This case has layers." Holmes interviewed the household staff, scrutinizing their actions and movements over the past few days. At first, nothing seemed amiss, but Holmes's keen eye soon detected something strange. A young servant named John had recently come into a suspiciously large sum of money. "John," Holmes said calmly, "you've come into a fortune recently." "Care to explain?" The young man stammered, and under Holmes's relentless questioning, he finally confessed. John had sold information about the estate's security details to a man he'd met in a pub. He claimed, however, that he had no idea the man was planning a robbery. "Please, sir, I didn't know he'd steal the sapphire," John pleaded. Holmes's eyes narrowed. "Who is this man?" John described a shadowy figure who went by the name Reed, but Holmes recognized the description. This was no ordinary criminal. It was the leader of a notorious gang known as the Shadow's Hand, infamous for high-stakes thefts across Europe. Holmes and I immediately set out to track down Reed and his gang. Through careful deduction and a network of informants, Holmes traced Reed's hideout to the outskirts of London. Armed with this knowledge, Holmes orchestrated a carefully planned raid in collaboration with Scotland Yard. That night, we moved in under the cover of darkness. The hideout was concealed within an old, dilapidated warehouse. Inside, we found Reed and his gang, caught completely off guard by our sudden entrance. After a brief struggle, Reed was captured, and hidden within a secret compartment, we found the stolen Blue Sapphire gleaming in the dim light. Returning the gem to Lord Henry, Holmes brushed off the Lord's profuse gratitude with his characteristic humility. "It was merely a matter of following the clues, Lord Henry. Crime may hide its face, but it always leaves a trail." Lord Henry, overcome with relief, insisted that Holmes accept a lavish reward, but as always, Holmes declined, his satisfaction lying only in the successful unravelling of another enigma. As we walked away from the grand estate, I couldn't help but marvel at Holmes's genius. "You never cease to amaze me, Holmes." He simply smiled, and with a glint in his eye, replied, "Crime always leaves behind a thread, and the challenge is to find it. Watson."
If you found the video helpful, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel.